Here's another one of my favorite favorite topics: the government seizing money or gold. Check this out. The FBI searched a cave for Civil War gold, fearing Pennsylvania officials would seize it. New court documents show. Now, this is a pretty nice long article if you want to read through it. Long story short, there was some gold. Actually, let's read the first paragraph here because it kind of sets the stage for the rest of it. It was the summer of 1863, and Union Lieutenant Castleton and his men were lost. They were transporting a large quantity of gold bars hidden in false-bottomed wagons from Wheeling, West Virginia, to the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, and had paid a local guide to guide them through the hills. Now they were going around in circles. The guide had taken off with 2 horses, and Castleton was ill. They decided to separate. A small party would go find help, while Castleton and Sergeant Mike O'Rourke stayed behind with the gold. Neither the gold nor the men were ever seen again. So there you go. Gold bars from the Civil War disappeared, right, as you would expect, and there you go. That's the story. But now, not only that, we have these treasure hunters that think they found this particular cache of gold, and in a cave. So they had some actual meter readings of gold, not gold, but let's say metal behind a particular false back of a man-made cave, and so they determined that it's possible this was the deal, right? But of course, you can't just dig in these places. You got to get permits from the government and all the rest of this. So the word gets out, and what do you know? The FBI comes in. Yep, that's right. So the FBI comes in, and they search the cave now because, of course, if these guys, these treasure hunters, these private amateur treasure hunters, if they find it, it is federal property, this gold, but if they find it, they're entitled a finder's fee of up to 40%. And we're talking about billions of dollars in gold at this point with inflation, right? So the FBI sneaks in and does a search of the cave and says, well, nothing's here, case closed. Case closed, right? It's like, and these guys are like, wait, what? When? What? Like, you know, they swoop in the dark of night. And anyway, let's see. For years, the FBI declined to say what it was looking for in the cave. It now says that when it searched the cave, it came up empty and considers the case closed, according to the AP. You know, the Paratus and a former Wall Street Journal investigative reporter say the FBI is lying. And the Paratus are the people here that were the treasure hunters that are trying to find this gold. Anyway, you get the point, right? This is a little bit strange to me that again, right? Like the government just does its dirtiest and its best to just screw us out of our taxes all the time. I knew it. Don't get me started on taxes. It's my trigger word. But then we have a situation where these guys do a possible good deed. They find gold that will go back to the Treasury, back from the Civil War time. And the FBI swoops in front of them to try and retrieve it for themselves, for the government, without having to pay these guys the finder fee, right? You see the way this shit works? They want to have their cake and they want to eat it too. And it's a bunch of bullshit if you ask me, and it sucks. But anyway, interesting read if you want to check this out. Pretty good stuff. And yeah, so the FBI says case closed. Case closed. There's no gold here, nothing to be seen. And wink, wink, I'm sure that's completely the truth, right? Completely the truth. That's so stupid.